In the endless black sea of the Orion Arm, tales of monstrous ships and ruthless empires echoed like ancient legends. Yet none were as infamous as the Valkyrie Ascendant, the most overpowered human warship ever built. The Galactic Council, a body older than any known civilization, had once welcomed humanity with cautious optimism. Humans were innovative, passionate, and stubborn to a fault traits that the older, more civilized species had nearly forgotten. But no one expected them to build that. The Valkyrie Ascendant was first deployed during the Krell incursion, a war that was supposed to wipe humanity off the galactic map before they even finished unpacking. The Krell fleet, composed of over 900 warships, descended upon the Terran colonies with contemptuous ease. Other council members watched passively, secretly relieved that the unpredictable upstarts would be extinguished without dragging the galaxy into chaos. They didn't count on the Valkyrie. Captain Elara Miles stood on the command bridge of the Valkyrie Ascendant, her face illuminated by the cold glow of tactical displays. "Engage primary systems," she commanded, her voice calm. Around her, the ship's AI, nicknamed Mimir, responded in its rich baritone. Quantum lances online. Singularity cannons charged. Rail batteries primed. "Shall we dance, Captain?" The Valkyrie Ascendant wasn't just a ship, it was a nightmare wrapped in black titanium alloy armor. Powered by an illegal trinary singularity core, and armed with weaponry considered war crimes by 95% of the known universe, the ship didn't just fight. It annihilated. The Krell fleet had expected a messy, desperate defense. They got clinical obliteration. In the first 15 minutes of battle, the Valkyrie erased 3 dreadnoughts with precision singularity strikes. Their own shields couldn't even register the incoming fire before being torn apart. By the end of the first hour, the Krell had lost half their fleet. By the end of the second, they surrendered unconditionally. Captain Miles offered them mercy, of course. Humanity's favorite weapon, after all, wasn't the railgun or the plasma torpedo. It was psychological warfare, and the Valkyrie Ascendant was designed as a message: we are not to be underestimated. The footage of the battle spread across the galactic network within hours. Entire species, once dismissive of humanity, demanded emergency council meetings. Fear morphed into panic. Treaties were written overnight. Sanctions were imposed. But it was already too late. In a rare, unanimous vote, the Galactic Council banned the Valkyrie Ascendant. Not just the ship, the idea of it. Human military designs were classified as Galactic Threat Level Omega, a designation reserved only for existential dangers like rogue black holes and AI singularities. A bounty, larger than most planetary GDPs, was placed on the capture or destruction of the Valkyrie. Fleets assembled. Mercenary guilds drooled. Propaganda ran wild, calling the humans barbarians and the Valkyrie the death knell of civilized warfare. Captain Miles found it amusing. As she sipped her coffee on the observation deck, watching a council fleet form up in the distance, she mused aloud, "You'd think they'd have learned by now." Mimir chuckled through the ship's comms. "Hope springs eternal among the foolish, Captain." The council fleet was impressive, shimmering with cutting-edge technology, shields overlapping like a massive steel lotus. They hailed the Valkyrie with a formal declaration: "This is the Galactic Council Enforcement Armada. Stand down and surrender your vessel immediately. Failure to comply will result in total annihilation." Captain Miles raised an eyebrow. "Mia, are they serious? Their threat assessment algorithms estimate a 0.2% chance of victory. Yet they proceed." She sighed, setting her coffee down. "All right then. Let's make this quick. No lethal force unless absolutely necessary." The Valkyrie moved like a phantom. Its quantum stealth systems made it vanish from sensors. Its rail batteries, enhanced by gravitic accelerators, punctured flagship hulls like paper. Ion disruptors fried enemy guidance systems. Singularity cannons swallowed ships whole, leaving behind only glittering debris fields. The entire Council armada lasted 11 minutes. When the last enemy cruiser initiated a desperate self-destruct, the Valkyrie casually disabled it with a microgravity pulse, then let it drift harmlessly. Once again, humanity had made its point. Later, in a secret council meeting, the elders of the galaxy debated endlessly. How had it come to this? How had a species so young, so reckless, outstripped them all? The answer was deceptively simple. While the ancient races had spent millennia perfecting diplomacy and incremental progress, humanity had perfected one thing above all else: survival at any cost. In every war, every calamity, every extinction-level event, they had clawed their way forward, evolving not just biologically, but psychologically adapting to threats the moment they appeared. Where others feared risk, humanity embraced it. Where others hesitated, humanity innovated. The Valkyrie Ascendant wasn't an accident. It was an inevitability. Today, the Valkyrie Ascendant roams the edge of the known galaxy, an exiled protector, a myth whispered across stars. Some say Captain Miles and her crew are mercenaries now, defending fledgling worlds for causes they deem just. Others say they've vanished into uncharted space, preparing for something worse, something that even the Valkyrie might not be enough to stop. But everyone, from the highest counselor to the lowliest spacer, agrees on one thing: if you ever see a sleek, obsidian warship emerging from the dark, bearing the emblem of a broken chain run, because humanity's monster is still out there, and it's watching.